Hello, hello. Hello, students. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope each and every one of you is doing just fine. Once more, I am teacher John Elvis, or teacher Roger, your English teacher. And I am delightful to reach out to you guys again once more via this media. And I urge every one of you to join me in this session. Before you are going to be here, make sure you have a book and you have a pen to take down some notes when and where necessary. Okay, without wasting much of our time, let's go to our lesson for today. We are on the topic animals. So we're going to continue from where we stopped last time. I'm going to share my screen right away. Okay, so here we are. And last week, we talked about animals. So could you remember some of the animals that we talked about? Now let's look at our slide. Let's look at the slide we have in front of us. What animals can you recognize from here? Okay, what animals? Wild animals. So here we can see, what can you see on the slide? What can you see on the slide? Yeah, I can see a forest. First, it's a forest, a green forest. Can see trees, can see river, I can see stones. I can see animals like the giraffe, birds, hippo, zebra. Okay, isn't it? And that is it. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. Here we are going to listen to music and animal song. Are you ready? Oh, yes. Okay, and here we go.
Who has the largest library of rhymes and songs in the world, in English and many other languages. I'm a camel from the desert habitat. My home is the desert sand. There's less water and less food, but I store it in my hump and I am good. My padded feet help me walk on the hot sand because I'm a camel from the desert habitat.
Desert habitat.
I'm a goat from the mountain habitat. My home is the cold mountain land. I have thick hair to keep me warm from the cold winter storm. I have hooves to walk on tricky rocky paths because I'm a goat from the mountain habitat. I'm a tiger from the grassland habitat. I have a territory that I'll understand. I can camouflage with my black stripes and catch my prey with fast strides. I have sharp eyes that can see in darkness because I'm a tiger from the grassland habitat. I'm a fish from the water
Habitat.
I like to live amidst the rich corals. I can swim with my tail and fins and breathe with the help of my gills. I eat smaller fish and plants on the water back because I'm a fish from the water habitat.
Desert habitat, mountains habitat, grassland habitat, water habitat.
I can share this video. Also, subscribe.
Okay, so these are the various habitats that animals live at.
That's fun. And hit the stick.
So
who has the largest library of rhymes and songs?
So we have these various habitats. I'm just trying to get them.
Also, subscribe.
Okay, so these are the various habitats where animals live, means home, places where these animals live. You have the desert, they have the camel live in the desert. You have the goat that lives in the mountains. We have the tiger lives in the grassland, and the fishes or the fish, they live in the water. So this is what we're going to be talking about with regards to this lesson. Okay, thanks for listening to this awesome song, and we are going to move to our next slides, and that is going to be okay. So our next slide is going to be, where do animals live? Where do animals live? So repeat after me. Where do the animals live? All right. I am going to play an audio. You would listen and draw lines to match the animals with where they live. You would listen, draw lines to match the animals with where they live. All right. Are you ready? Oh, yes. Okay, and here we go. Let's listen.
Students Book, Unit 4, Lesson 2, Exercise 3. Where do the animals live?
Yes, where
Listen
do they live?
and draw lines to match the animals with where they live.
Can you tell me about Africa? Africa has got desert, jungles, the sea, rivers, and mountains. In the desert, there are thousands of snakes and camels. What about the mountains? In the mountains, there are bears, eagles, butterflies, bats, and thousands of ants. Oh, and snakes too. And what about the rivers and the jungles? There are crocodiles in the river. In the jungle, you can see rhinos, elephants, tigers, monkeys, and snakes. Yes, thank you. And Mr. White, what is your favorite habitat? The sea. I love the sea. I love dolphins. Thank you, Mr. White.
All right. So that is the first listening. Now, the second listening, listen and draw arrows. For example, okay, so we are going to link these places with the animals that we have here. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, this example number 1, desert, camel. Now I'm going to play this audio the second time, then you listen and you try to link the places and the various animals that lives in these places. Remember, today we are talking about where these animals live. Let's listen again.
Exercise 3. Where do the animals live? Listen and draw lines to match the animals with where they live.
Can you tell me about Africa? Africa has got desert, jungles, the sea, rivers, and mountains. In the desert, there are thousands of snakes and camels. What about the mountains? In the mountains, there are bears, eagles, butterflies, bats, and thousands of ants. Oh, and snakes too. And what about the rivers and the jungles? There are crocodiles in the river. In the jungle, you can see rhinos, elephants, tigers, monkeys, and snakes. Yes, thank you. And Mr. White, what is your favorite habitat? The sea. I love the sea. I love dolphins. Thank you, Mr. White.
All right. So let's check our answers. Now let's see rivers. So which animal lives in the river? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Which of them? Okay, so let's find out which animal lives in the river. Oh, mountains, it's the birds. So the mountains. The river is the crocodile. Okay, the crocodile lives in the river. All right. Now let's find out which animal lives in the jungle. Which animal lives in the jungle? The elephant lives in the jungle. And the dolphins live in the sea. Okay. So let's listen again.
The animals live. Listen and draw lines to match the animals with where they live.
Can you tell me about Africa? Africa has got desert, jungles, the sea, rivers, and mountains. In the desert, there are thousands of snakes and camels.
Snakes and
What
camels?
about the mountains?
So this is camel.
In the mountains,
The
there are
mountains?
bears, eagles, butterflies, bats, and thousands of ants.
Mountain
Oh,
bats.
and snakes too. And what about the rivers and the jungles?
Rivers.
There are crocodiles in the
Crocodile.
river. In the jungle, you can see rhinos, elephants, tigers, monkeys, and snakes. Yes, thank you. And Mr. White, what is your favorite habitat? The sea. I love the sea. I love dolphins. Thank you,
Dolphins
Mr. White.
in the sea. Okay, so that is it with this slide. Make sure you play it over and over until you understand the content. Thank you. And here we are going to move to our next slide, which is this, and we'll be looking into when do the animals sleep. Everybody repeat after me. When do the animals sleep? So here, what does it mean? It means when do they go to bed? We have night and day. So when do we have night and day, and then we have a host of animals here. So we have from elephant, bear, lion, zebra, bat, tiger, and eagle. When do these animals sleep? When do they sleep? Not all of them sleep during the day, and not all of them sleep during the night. Some sleep during the day and some sleep during the night. So we're going to listen and link up the animal that sleeps during the night. We're going to draw arrows to link up. And the animals that sleep during the day, we are also going to draw arrows to link up. Okay, let's listen.
Exercise 4. When do the animals sleep? Listen and draw lines to match the animals with the times when they sleep.
Look at these animals. They live in different places. Some live in the jungle and some in the mountains. But when do they sleep?
When do they
Elephants sleep at night.
Elephant.
They sleep for around 4 hours a day. Yes, but some animals find something to eat at night. They sleep during the day. These animals are tigers, lions. They sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. Bears and bats sleep during the day too. How about zebras and eagles? When do they sleep? At night or during the day? Zebras and eagles sleep at night.
Okay, so we are going to listen again and link, make sure we link which animals sleep during the day and which animals sleep during the night. Let's listen again one more time. We draw arrows. For example, here, the elephants sleep during the day. So we're going to draw an arrow here to show that the elephants sleep during the day. Okay, so let's listen and draw the bear, the lion, the zebra, bat, tiger, and eagle. When do they sleep? According to the audio conversation.
Sleep. Listen and draw lines to match the animals with the times when they sleep.
Look at these animals. They live in different places. Some live in the jungle and some in the mountains. But when do they sleep? Elephants sleep at night. They sleep for around 4 hours a day. Yes, but some animals find something to eat at night. They sleep during the day. These animals are tigers, lions. They sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. Bears and bats sleep during the day too. How about zebras and eagles? When do they sleep? At night or during the day? Zebras and eagles sleep at night.
Zebra and eagle sleep at night. So let's find out if your answer is correct and if you listen correctly. So this is the first one. Elephants sleep during the day. So what about bears? When do they sleep? Bears and bats. Okay. We see that the lion, the tiger, sorry, sleep at night. The lion also sleep at night. The bears sleep at night. The bat sleep at night. The zebra sleep during the day. And the eagle sleep during the day. So with this, we come to an end of this session, and then we are going to move to our next slide. Okay. So here we are going to look and say, then write in your notebook. Look and say, then write in your notebook. So we are going to have this set of animals, and when they sleep, it lives in there, it eats, it sleeps. So that is how we're going to answer this question. Now we start with this. It's a bear. Everybody repeat after me. It's a bear. It lives in the, what picture is this? Mountains, isn't it? It lives in the mountains, okay? What does it eat? It eats honey. It eats honey. When does it sleep? It sleeps during the day. So it's a bear. It lives in the mountains. It eats honey. It sleeps during the day. Okay, next, eagle. This is the eagle. It's an eagle. So have it here. It's an eagle. It lives in the mountains. It eats fish. It sleeps during the night. One more time. Repeat after me. It's an eagle. It lives in the mountain. It eats fish. It sleeps during the night. Okay. 3. It's a camel. It lives in the desert. It eats grass. It sleeps during the day. Okay. Next. It's a bird. It lives in the mountains. It eats insects. It sleeps during the day. One more time. It's a bird. It lives in the mountains. It eats insects. It sleeps during the day. Okay, so make sure you go through these slides again as many times as possible until you are able to know the names of these animals, where they live, what they eat, and where they sleep. All right. With that, we'll move to our next slide. So we have here, it's a bird. It lives in the mountain. This is a follow-up. This is a follow-up of the previous slides. It's a bear. It lives in the mountain. It eats honey. It sleeps during the day. Next, it's an eagle. Repeat after me. It's an eagle. It lives in the mountains. It eats fish. It sleeps at night. It's a camel. It lives in the desert. It eats grass. It sleeps during the day. It's a bird. It lives in the mountain. It eats insects. It sleeps during the day. All right, so that is it. Let's move to our new slides. Okay. In this slide, we are going to have a short conversation asking and answering to questions about these animals. Point, ask, and answer. So when we start with the bear, this is the bear. Where do bears live? B, they live in the mountains. What do they eat? They eat fish and honey. When do they sleep? They sleep during the day. Okay, so that is the bear. Now let's go to tigers. Where do tigers live? They live in the jungle. What do they eat? They eat meat. When do they sleep? They sleep during the night. Okay, next, eagle. Where do eagles live? They live in the mountains. What do they eat? They eat fish. When do they sleep? They sleep at night. Next is elephant. Where do elephants live? They live in the jungle. What do they eat? They eat grass and leaves. When do they sleep? They sleep during the day. So listen this section as many times as possible and repeat after Teacher Roy. I don't want to go more and more because of time. I don't want to do it many times because of time. Okay. So make sure you do this activity on your own using these animals to ask where they live, what they eat, and when they sleep. When you do that successfully and finish it okay, then you are good to go. With that, we would come to the end of this lesson for today, not to make it long. You can do your worksheet after this lesson. Thank you. Goodbye. See you in our next lesson, probably next week. Thank you.